Hi there. If you're a business owner and your business will be negatively impacted by the COVID-19 epidemic that's going on right now, that's probably most businesses, then listen up, because we're going to show you how you can get your hands on up to $2 million in SBA loans, a cash cushion to help you get through the next 90 days, or who knows, even a year or two or more. So we're going to show you how you can get your hands on this cash as soon as possible. So the first question I have for you is, if your business is going to suffer in any way, do you expect to close your business for 30 days or more, 90 days, 6 months? Do you even expect that your customers are going to stop paying you right away? You've probably already experienced it if you're in a number of industries. Are you going to have trouble paying your rent or paying your staff? Will you have to lay some staff off? Are you having big cash flow issues already? Or are you going to see this starting to happen as the various states close down and as your customers can't come and buy your services or products? If you're seeing any of this even potentially happening, then this is definitely for you. So I'm going to show you how you can take advantage of the $8 billion or so, hopefully more, in funding, and how these loans can get up to $2 million per business, how you can get that cash from the SBA to get through COVID-19 and emerge an even stronger business than you are right now. The fact is that disasters have come year after year. We see it every couple of years. We see these economic drops now happen just about every 9 or 10 years. And the fact is that most people simply sit on the sidelines and they let the world happen to them. Right now, there are 43 states that are currently covered by the SBA disaster loan. We expect that number to hit 50. It seems like right now it's just a paperwork issue with the 7 remaining states. So let's expect all 7 states to be on board, all 50 after these remaining 7 hit. Then this also reminds us of the BP oil spill. When the BP oil spill hit, there was tremendous uncertainty for all business owners in that area. There was also a massive windfall of loans and even cash payments that went out to support these businesses, estimated at about $53.8 billion by the time it was all done. And by the time COVID-19 is done, we could be even higher than that. We've already seen trillions of dollars of equities drop from the market in the stock markets. And only right now, beginning to end of March, are we seeing more and more businesses start to close up. And the government is actually requiring it. But just like the BP oil spill, we need to make sure that we submit a flawless application for this capital, because if you don't, the process can get dragged on and on and on. And there are going to be more and more and more businesses applying for this $8 billion in capital ASAP. It's happening right now. We're seeing a ton of people apply. So how can I help? Well, again, I'm Chad Pavel, CPA and former investment banker. I've helped dozens of companies get funding. My goal is to push your application to the top by preparing a quality application, from the financials to the tax portion to the actual narration of how your business will be negatively impacted in the next couple of months or even years because of COVID-19. That's the most important part. We're going to help you get your share of that money ASAP. So how does it work, and what do you need to actually prepare? Well, you need to provide your most recent federal income tax returns. They're saying 2 to 3 years. So we need to have those together, including 2019. Your personal financial statement as well, a schedule of liabilities and all fixed debts. You actually need to fill out the SBA paperwork, which we can help you with. An year-end profit and loss statement and balance sheet for that year, which is going to be 2019. A current year-to-date profit and loss statement, very likely through February. As of this video, we'll need to do one through February. And you also need a forecast that will show the amount of economic injury that you are expecting. And with all of those 7 items, that will result in a successful application and narrative to the SBA loan officer, who's ultimately going to underwrite your loan. So you need to show how much this is going to hurt. So here's the process. This will take a couple of weeks to get word from the SBA. So just forecast out minimum of 21 to 30 days from today if you apply, for how long it's going to take you to get any money at all. So you need to get through this time no matter what for at least 30 days. We're going to have a strategy session. Then within 1 to 2 days, 48 hours, we're going to send you a request list of information so that we can prepare the tax and the financials as quickly as possible. Within a week or 2, we'll have the SBA loan application complete, and then we'll need to essentially wait We can call up the SBA within your state. Still, they're probably getting flooded right now. We've heard a lot of news that they are already getting a couple hundred applications per week. I'm sure that'll go to a couple hundred per day starting right now. And we need to stay with the SBA through the process to make sure you get funding. And so basically, we had two options to really offer a service to our clients and to our new clients about this. And so the first option was go as cheap as possible and sell as many as possible. But we realized that's not a good way to do it. If we submit 100 applications and only 20 get accepted, it's an 80% failure rate. So we can't do that. We also realized we're going to be competing against many, many, many others. So the quality of the application needs to be of utmost importance. So what we're doing is we're actually putting together more of a white glove service for our current clients and for a handful of new clients to help them prepare the financials, the tax work, and put together the application that'll help them get funding at a much, much higher success rate. So right now we're seeing about an 85% success rate for accepted applications from the SBA, and a couple are in the final stages of getting funded already. So we want to even bring that up to 90 to 95% if possible. So that's why we're only able to work with a handful of clients. So here's what you're going to get, and I'd like you to book a call below, but just want to show you what you're going to get with our services: assistance with tax preparation. We'll prepare your tax returns if any are past due. Let's get them caught up. We need to get your 2019 tax return done. Monthly sales figures so you can show economic loss, monthly profit and loss for the application as well. Personal financial statements that will show your personal ability to take on additional debt, schedule of liabilities listing all of the fixed debts, and assistance in completion of all loan docs, and assistance in addressing responses from the SBA. We've seen a couple dozen questions already from the SBA underwriters. We'll be able to use those to help you streamline your application process as well. And so, I'm not sure exactly what it's going to cost you, but it won't be $15,000 to prepare your accounting and prepare your tax records. Some big businesses in our industry are charging that. We're not. Other businesses will probably be charging you either a percentage to get a loan. Loan brokers typically charge 1 to 2%. So on a $500,000 loan, that could be $7,500. We cannot and will not charge a contingency fee. We're charging to help prepare the materials and prepare the application. Book your call and we can get to an exact number, but I can tell you it's not going to be $15,000. It's definitely not going to be $7,500 to prepare the application. It'll be a fraction of that, of both of those, in fact. So book your call by clicking the link below. Now, a few more things. What kind of loan? Business loans up to $2 million. That's what the SBA, and this is a loan coming directly from the SBA, not from a bank. Business loans of up to $2 million. The average is going to be around $250,000 to $500,000 for a business that has been operating and doing significant sales. So don't bank on $2 million. Bank on about $250,000 to $500,000 at most for most businesses. And again, these loans can be used to pay fixed debts, payroll, accounts payable, other bills that you cannot pay right now because of the disaster's impact. The terms, up to 30 years. There are also 7 or 15-year working capital loans as well, but up to 30 years, and you can defer the payments for up to a year at this point. Some go as long as 15 months. I've even heard of one business getting it at 18 months, but just expect that you can at least defer the first payment, meaning you can get the capital. You might get it in a couple of different buckets, but you can at least get some capital and you won't owe a payment for at least 4 months. We can probably get you up to a year on that first payment. And the interest rate is 3.75%. So how long is the process? How long is this going to take you? That's the other big question. Well, once we file the paperwork, it's going to take about 2 to 3 weeks to get a loan determination. You'll receive your first check for up to $25,000 about a week later. And so this whole process still between now and actually submitting your application could be 1 to 2, maybe 3 weeks, depending on the quality of your records, but we'll work very hard to get them done. And also, it takes a couple of weeks for the SBA to sift through your application. So you need to put one in now because it could take 1 to 2 months to get any form of capital. So are you going to apply? Well, you need to demonstrate that economic disaster is going to impact your business. And this is for businesses, small businesses, nonprofits, agricultural, cooperatives as well. The SBA usually considers a small business when it generates $750 to $38.5 million. So that's most businesses, actually less than 750. So 0 to 38.5 million and up to 1,500 employees. It really depends on the combination, but most businesses will qualify. All right. And the SBA prefers applicants with a good credit history, a good score above 640, 675, 700 would be perfect. You may be able to actually bring in a co-signer with a higher credit score to help you out. So if you have a lower credit score, don't worry. You can bring someone else in to help you. And obviously, if you've had other SBA loans or student loans guaranteed by the government, you're going to want to show that you're in good graces with them too. We also need to show that you have the ability to repay in our financial forecast. So that's something we can really illustrate to the correct ratio. And that is that you can pay the debt off when those payments trigger. All right. So we need to put that into the forecast. And obviously what happens if you don't get approved? Well, it's possible because not all businesses are getting approved, but we are striving for and already seeing a very high success rate. Most of the tax and accounting work we're doing, you're going to have to do anyway. We're just doing it now versus 1 to 2 months down the road when it's actually due. And at the end of the day, with the projected business losses, the extra amount for the loan application, obviously our fees, it won't make a huge difference, but getting approved for this loan certainly would. It will make a difference. And obviously you're going to learn a lot about your business anyway. So the upside is so tremendous to get $250, $500, maybe even $2 million in SBA loan together to get your business through this issue. So if this is something you're looking for, please book a call. I've included a link below. So click and you can actually book a call directly into my calendar. So we have expanded our appointments into 8 or 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time at night. And we're even starting at about 7:30 or 8 a.m. as well. So we're expanding our calendar even through the weekend for the next couple of weeks to help business owners who need to work during the day, but then they can deal with paperwork and things like this at night or in the morning. So if you need capital, I encourage you to click, book a consultation directly with me. We'll do a screen share. We'll walk through your financials and we'll show you the path to getting funding as quickly as possible. I look forward to helping you.